Hello everyone, today I'm going to introduce you guys the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Here you have my name, my student ID, and my department. Well, here are the contents that I'm going to be talking today. First, we're going to have a brief introduction, then I'm going to talk about each of the 7 wonders, and then I'm going to show you a timeline of the 7 wonders where you can see when were these wonders built, and also you can see the height of the buildings. Well, the 7 wonders of the ancient world. First of all, I want to say why I chose this topic, and the reason is pretty simple. It's because I like history pretty much. Yeah, since I was a child, I was always asking many questions to my history teachers, and I was always reading history books, so I love history. Well, now the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The 7 wonders are examples of exceptional pieces of classical architecture and human achievement. The first list of the 7 wonders dates back from the 1st or 2nd century BC. BC means before Christ, when it acted as a kind of guidebook for Hellenic sightseers. Here you can see the great architecture and engineering of the human being. The first one that I'm going to be talking today is the Lighthouse of Alexandria. It was the first lighthouse in the world. The construction began in 290 BC and took 20 years to complete. When it was done, it was the tallest building in the world at the time, except for the Great Pyramid. It was built on the island of Pharos. Then we have the Colossus of Rhodes in Greece. It was a statue of the Greek sun god Helios, erected in the city of Rhodes, on the Greek island of the same name, by Cheryslindos in 280 BC. And the information differs a lot, but many people describe it as the structure being built with iron tie bars and also made with marble. The statue stood for 54 years until Rhodes was hit by the 226 BC earthquake. Then we have the Mausoleum Halicarnassus in Turkey. It was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, but it was actually the tomb of Mausolus, the ruler of Caria in Turkey. It was built in his capital city, Halicarnassus, at about 353 and 351 BC by his sister and widow. The building was designed by Greek architects. Then we have the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, Greece. Well, here I have to say something. I know I wrote Greece in here in the title, but it's actually in Turkey, and it was built by Greek architects, and it was named Artemis because there's a Greek god called Artemis. And yeah, it was located in the modern town of Seluk in the present day of Turkey. It was completely rebuilt twice, once after a devastating flood, and 300 years later after an act of arson. And in its final form, it was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Then we have the Hanging Gardens of Babylon in Iraq. And this is probably the most controversial one because it's the only of the 7 wonders that it's not proof that there's no proof that it existed. And it's called Hanging Gardens because the gardens were built high above the ground on multi-level stone terraces. The plants were not rooted in the earth like a traditional garden. If it existed, it was likely the most beautiful man-made gardens ever created. Then we have the statue of Zeus at Olympia, Greece. The statue was created by a sculptor named Phidias. It took him 12 years to complete it. Zeus was considered the king of the Greek gods, and this magnificent statue was created to honor him. It was placed in the temple at Olympia, a shrine to Zeus where Olympic Games took place every 4 years. The statue was destroyed by fire in the 5th century. Then we have the Great Pyramid of Giza, Egypt, completed around in the 2560 BC. The Great Pyramid stands at 150 147 meters tall and took over 20 years to be built. This means that it was the tallest man-made structure in the world for about 3,800 years. It was finally outdone by the Lincoln Cathedral in the 13th century. And this is the timeline that I wanted to show you, where you can see that the Great Pyramid of Giza was the first of the 7 wonders to be built. Then you have the Hanging Gardens, the Temple of Artemis, the Statue of Zeus, the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus, the Colossus of Rhodes, and the Pharos and the Lighthouse. And you can also see the height of each of the 7 buildings, just to have an idea and to compare the height. And well, this is all my presentation, and I hope you guys like it. Thank you.